Hey guys, how we doing? Um, I have not uploaded a video in what feels like forever, and I apologize for that. It's been a little bit crazy. So as most of you know, we became part of a rescue project almost a week ago. I think it'll be a week tomorrow, and that has taken up a ridiculous amount of my time, which is fine. I knew that it would. Um, so that has been where my attention and focus is lately. So I thought maybe we could talk about that a little bit, and what that looks like. So anytime, it doesn't just have to be taking on a rescue um, as big as this. Um, Anytime you bring in an outside animal, even if it's just one, and you already have something, it's really important to quarantine from your existing flock, herd, whatever it is. Even if it's just a rabbit, you're going to want to quarantine. Some people do 2 weeks, some people do a month. It's really situational on what you feel comfortable with and kind of what you observe the condition of the animal is. So, some of these animals that we took in, um, body condition wise, are pretty good. Some are really, really bad. They all had lice. Um, So I usually don't spearhead things, like deworming, for instance. I don't deworm an entire flock on a rotational schedule. I just kind of do as an as needed thing. But in a situation like this, everybody's getting treated. So lice was the first thing that we found out. Everybody had a lot of lice. Um, and then I noticed one had barber pole, so we treated that. And then I saw quite a few had tapeworms, so everybody got treated for tapes as well. So that's where we're at with that. And that those all of those things can definitely explain the body condition issues that I was seeing in at least 90% of them: the poor coat, anorexia, um, stuff like that. So trying to get everybody back on track. So that was the first step, was kind of getting everybody in, getting everybody. The first thing I did was some of the does were in milk. So the does and milk went in one section, everybody else went in another section, bucks went in another section, which can be challenging depending on how much space you have to work with. But we're blessed and fortunate enough that that's not too much of an issue here. So, but now after a week and I've had more time to take a look at everybody, everybody's been treated. Quite a few got vitamin B injections to try to help because they were very anemic due to the issues. Some are bouncing back already, and some are going to take a very, very long time. So, well, that's cool. That's fine. But we're going to further separate today. Hi. Into more sections now. So now we're going to separate again into who really, really needs TLC, and who at this point can just who are doing better. So um, that's today's project. If you get a new animal in and it needs some groceries, or is emaciated or underweight, your first instinct is going to want to be to just start throwing food at them. And that's one of the worst things that you can do. First of all, if the animal is not used to lush pastures or grain or a high quality hay or whatever it may be, and you start tossing that stuff at them unlimited, you're going to end up with diarrhea, and that's the last thing you want in an animal that's already struggling to keep body condition. So slow and steady wins the race. The other thing is, if you have an animal that is sick or underweight, whatever, and all of a sudden you start pounding weight on them, their body is just not used to that. So that is a lot of work suddenly for their organs, for their organ systems, for their heart suddenly. And like with people too, like you'll see with people with eating disorders, when they go into treatment, if you start just pounding them with food, they can have a heart attack and die because their bodies are just literally not used to dealing with all that. So again, slow and steady. So everybody was placed on, like, everywhere is grass, but some is just less lush. So everybody is on this type of lot right now, and we haven't had any GI issues whatsoever. No diarrhea, no nothing. Everybody now is on our sweet feed mix, which they were not used to. Everybody now is getting a lot of sweet feed mix. We haven't had any digestive issues with that. No one's had any even loose stools, so they're just loving it. Unlimited fresh water, clean pastures, endless loose mineral, and just slow and steady. Treat the issues, and then treat the symptoms, and just be patient and take time. So they were treated for lice 1 week ago. So 2 weeks out, they'll get treated again, because you want to repeat it again, because you want to catch. Last time we killed the adults, but now as those eggs hatch, we want to kill those as well. So it's really important to repeat and treat again. So that is the plan with that. And kind of just go from there. Unlimited hay. We got some decent hay right now. We've got some really, really great hay coming. In about 2 weeks is when we'll get our first cut from this season. And just keep her going. The other thing, and I want to use this pretty lady here as an example. So you can see she's really, really underweight. And she's in milk right now. So she was getting milk twice a day. And that is stopping, because at this point, she needs to take all of the nutrients she's taking out, and she needs to just focus on putting it back into her body. She's got no business being in milk right now looking like that. So most everybody's getting dried up, because like I said, they need to just focus on getting healthy, and they can go back into milk next season with wherever they end up getting rebred, and try again. But for right now, it's really hard if you have a doe in milk to try to get her to gain weight, because everything you're pumping into her is going to go immediately right back in the pail. So slowly drying everybody up. Some are drying up faster than others. And there's a couple that aren't having a problem maintaining and milking a decent amount. So they are going to stay in milk, because why not? They're good at it. They don't mind it, and their bodies can handle it. So, but a couple of them are going to get dried up as quickly as I can get them to dry up. And that's where we are with that. One thing that I was really lucky with was that when we took the animals in, they came in with a huge arsenal of medications. Most of the stuff you would normally have to go to a vet for. So I was really blessed with that, because that would have been like the expense already going into this is a lot, but it would have been even more. So I'm grateful that they came with medications. We're burning through them really quick, but at least they came, and that was able for us to get a good start and kind of go from there. But everybody's going to be okay. There's a couple bottle babies that are just touchy. One, I should say. There's one guy. He's only a couple weeks old. He's just out of nowhere suddenly kind of started having a hard time. But everyone else is doing great, and all of the adults are going to be fine. They just need time. Again, some more than others. Some I can foresee it taking probably the whole summer, just to get right again, just to get back on track again. But it's fine. I'm not in a race, and it's cool. And they're all really, really sweet, and they're all very kind, and nobody's mean and nobody's aggressive. And so it's not like having them here is a big inconvenience for me, because it's not. They're all sweet, and it's, like I said, it's totally fine. People have been nice. We've had a couple people make some donations, and it doesn't matter how much or how little. If it's $5 or $50, I don't care. Every little bit is helping to feed and treat all these beauties. So we'll touch base again soon. We'll update you guys as usual. If you have any questions, give me a holla, and we'll talk about it. Thank you.